Deadpool has killed the Marvel Universe, but can he kill the deadliest of the Marvel Multiverse? Welcome to the Comicstorian Complete Story Series, where you get audio dramas of your favorite comic books, helping you decide what to go out and add to your collection. Today, we're covering Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe One Last Time. Issue 1 by Cullen Bunn. I hope you enjoy. Earth Unknown. Deadpool sits quietly, his sword stuck into the ground next to him. He looks over the destruction of the city and sighs. "Look at what you've done. You killed them. All of them," he whispers to himself. But he shifts as a voice calls out behind him. "I thought you were supposed to be some kind of jokester." Nth Man, the ultimate ninja, says as he steps up behind Deadpool and places a katana against his neck. Deadpool shifts quickly, twisting out of the way of the blade. But Nth Man pulls up a rifle and fires. Rounds rip through Deadpool's flesh as he reaches for his blades. He moves fast, twisting around and trading blows with Nth Man, their swords ringing off of each other. "Killer of worlds, I've heard all about you, but I'm not impressed, funny man," Nth Man snaps. But Nth Man pushes his attack, kicking Deadpool in the chest and knocking him to the ground. He leaps forward, firing his gun, prepared to strike the killing blow. His blade sinking into Deadpool's chest. Deadpool lets out a grunt of pain before bringing up his knife into Nth Man's throat. "Huh?" Deadpool grunts, surprised at how easy that was. He stands and stares down at his latest victim. But suddenly, the sound of clapping echoes through the area. Deadpool turns to find a woman walking towards him. "That was something special. And can I just say, I'm a big fan," the woman says. "Really, massive." She stops in front of Wade and inspects the sword still buried in his chest. Finally, she nods and reaches for the grip. "Name's Althea. Here, let me get that for you," she says, taking hold of the blade and pulling it free. Deadpool motions down to Nth Man. "He worked for you? You sent him, didn't you? To test me?" Deadpool asks. Althea nods and drops the blade. "Well, yeah. I had to make sure you were up to the task I had for you," she says, but is shocked as Deadpool picks up his swords and turns away. "Pass," he calls over his shoulder. "What? Come on, you haven't even heard my offer yet. We should discuss this in my office," Althea says as she taps a device on her wrist. Suddenly, energy sparks between them, and the world disappears. The two are shifted away, passing through the void between worlds. Deadpool twists through the nothing, and for a brief moment, he sees eternity turn its gaze upon them. Suddenly, they're standing on a desert stone, and Deadpool tumbles to the ground. "So, as I was saying, you and me, we have a lot of work to do. Some very important work," Althea explains. But Deadpool shakes his head and gets to his feet. "I gave you my answer. Pass," he growls at her. But Althea smiles at him, explaining that she can tell him what destiny has in store for him. But Deadpool shakes his head and turns away. "No thanks. The only thing I want is something you can't give me," he starts to say, but stops short as he stares at the landscape around him. A land littered with dead bodies of millions of Deadpools from across the multiverse. His eyes widen beneath his mask. "Look at all those dead Deadpools," he whispers. Althea laughs and rubs her head, trying to explain. The Deadpool just turns back to her. "I'm in. Just tell me who you want me to kill," he says. Althea nods and smiles. "You're a get-right-to-it kind of Deadpool. I can appreciate that," she says as she straps one of the devices to his wrist. She shows him how to use it, bringing up a holographic kill list. Every last one of them, whether they know it or not, pose a threat to all reality, Althea explains. Deadpool nods and types in the first name. "Well, let's get on with it," he whispers. Shortly, on another Earth, The superior Spider-Man swings through the air. Deadpool readies himself, aiming down the sight of a high-powered rifle. The holographic image of Althea looks over his shoulder. You're a lot less mouthy than most of your counterparts. They like to crack jokes, to quip, to make pop culture references. You're a lot more broody, you know? She points out. Look at where all those quips got him. Deadpool lets out the air of his lungs as he sights down the rifle before firing. But Spider-Man flips out of the way of the shot at the last second. He whirls through the air and shoots another web, swinging towards Deadpool. You missed. He sees you. He's coming this way. But Deadpool doesn't seem worried. He drops the rifle and draws his sword. Get his attention. Draw him in close. I know how to kill Spider-Man, he whispers. But the superior Spider-Man lands quickly. I assure you, you pitiful buffoon, you know nothing about me, Spider-Man says in his superior voice. I, on the other hand, know a thing or two about slaying my enemies, he says as the spider limbs extend out of the back of his armor and stab at Deadpool. But Wade is fast, dodging the attack. You're different, he notes as the limbs try to stab him. You're not like my Spider-Man. You're an evil Spider-Man, Deadpool notes as he continues to twist and dodge. He rushes forward, but Spider-Man knocks one of his swords away, and Deadpool reaches out for his chest. Spider-Man dodges his attack and slashes him across the head with one of his claws. Strange. I was certain I killed you once already. Deadpool, the lovable, talkative idiot. Let's rectify that, Spider-Man says. The blow sends Deadpool off the rooftop, plummeting to the earth below, a massive hole in his head. Deadpool struggles up and looks at the rooftop, where Spider-Man is already swinging away. But he suddenly explodes, and Deadpool watches as his limbs rain down from above. Althea's hologram suddenly appears next to him. Ah! The old stick an explosive on the enemy when he's beating the snot out of you technique. Not bad. Not bad at all. You had me worried for a second there, she notes. Deadpool nods as his head begins to stitch back together, his dangling eye sliding back into place. I need a new mask, he notes. He taps a button on his wrist computer, continuing his mission. He continues down the list, moving from world to world. Frankencastle, the undead Punisher. Wade meets him in the sewers, slashing off his limbs so the undead Frank Castle can't rip him apart. Anna Kravinoff, the daughter of Kraven the Hunter. Wade faces her in a snowy graveyard. She roars in anger that he would interrupt her mourning, but Wade stabs her through the chest with her own spear. The Beast, a demon-possessed daredevil. Wade cuts his way through the hand ninjas to stab the demon in the eye. Hey, Mr. Hell come to this world? You got something in your eye. Later, he travels to another Earth, still laughing about his eye joke. I liked it. That was a classic, a voice says in his head. Not our best work, another notes. Deadpool twists around quickly, looking for the source of the voices. Cut us some slack. We've been out of the snark one-liner game for a bit, Yellow Box notes. I know. I was there for the entire Mope Fest, White Box reminds him. Deadpool suddenly realizes who it is. Where have you been? He asks the voices. You had us in timeout, but a mechanical spider leg through the brain woke us right up, Yellow Box explains. Suddenly, there is a roar, and Wade whirls, drawing his swords as World Breaker Hulk charges towards him. No time for existential high fives, White Box says. We, may be in over our heads, Yellow Box replies. The Hulk slams into Wade, knocking him through a nearby wall. Where did you come from, Deadpool? You're dead! There's no way you could heal back from what I did to you, Hulk points out. Wade nods and draws his weapons. Only time can heal a broken heart, he points out. Hulk attacks again, hurling his massive axe. But Deadpool leaps over it. Sorry, big guy. Someone out there in the multiverse doesn't like you very much. So we're about to spew gamma all over the street. Deadpool shouts as he leaps onto Hulk's head and tries to stab him through the neck. But Hulk knocks him off, grabbing him by the arms and swinging him back into the ground, cracking the concrete with the blow. I'm gonna keep smashing until there's nothing left, Hulk bellows. He grabs hold of his axe, preparing for the killing blow. But suddenly, there is a bright light and Hulk disappears. Deadpool is confused as the world is suddenly quiet. What? He's gone. He just vanished, Deadpool whispers. Maybe we should say a quick prayer to the power of Deus Ex Machina? Whitebox asks. Maybe the blowback from the beatdown he was delivering was too much. Maybe it disintegrated him, Yellowbox notes. Deadpool shakes his head as he retrieves his swords. We'll find him. In the meantime, though, let's keep on chasing that sweet, sweet death wish of ours, Deadpool says as he taps the teleporter. Energy crackles around him, and Deadpool appears on another Earth. But his eyes widen as he watches a team of Avengers rushing at the villain known as Terminus. What in the name of Golden Age superheroes? He gasps. Althea suddenly appears next to him. Your reality slider is damaged. You're in the wrong time and place. You're in reality 616 to be exact, she explains. I thought my targets weren't like heroes from my world. The heroes I already, Deadpool stammers. But Althea motions to the fight. You got it all wrong. This universe isn't on your list. You're not supposed to kill this universe. You're supposed to save it, she tells him.
Say what now?
The three say in unison. And that is the conclusion to the first issue of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe One Last Time, or Deadpool Kills the Marvel Multiverse. What did you think of this story? And the return of Deadpool killing Marvel heroes and villains? Let me know in the comments below. And like the video and share it if you enjoyed it. And if this video is popular enough, we'll continue this series here on the channel. And don't forget to make sure your notifications are turned on so you get notified when new videos are released. I'm Dan with Comicstorian, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Benny.